What's up, YouTube? Samuel here, blessed with another day of life, and blessed to be making this video today. And today I'd like to talk about several things, and I don't have anything ready, really, nothing planned out to speak about, but I want to talk about separate things that I've noticed in life throughout this week. And what they is I noticed, well, one of the things I want to talk about is that I've been encountering people who are lazy. And it's sad because they're perfectly capable people and they're at an age, say maybe 30, 40 years old, two of them. And it's sad to them more than anybody because I'm learning a lot more about people themselves, and then I'm getting to know people who are even younger and starting off on these bad habits. And in that conversation, in that whole topic of this video pertaining to that, I just gotta say my new output on life, or my new thought process on that. The whole conversation before was different, and now it's changed a lot significantly because of that. And let me tell you how. Before, when I used to think to myself like, I want to get to know everybody, I want to be happy with everybody and cool with everybody, so I would open up to everybody. What's up? Give them a good handshake. What's up? Nice to meet you. How we doing? How are you doing? And have a good conversation. I wanted to be at peace with all men, and I was open to doing business with everybody. I was open to open to everybody. That explains a lot. I would be ready to go on endeavors with people, and I'm not saying don't hang out a day with somebody, but I'm saying be careful with who you surround yourself with. And so, yeah, I would be very open to people, and I would hang out with anybody. I wouldn't exclude anybody. And yeah, and the Bible even says, be at peace with all men, and I believe that strongly. But I do believe now, I see things differently now when I want to get to know somebody. And also the Bible does say to stay away and don't participate with the evildoers. Don't do what they're doing. Don't be associating yourself with them a lot. Don't be all over Proverbs it talks about staying away from wicked people, staying away from lazy people. And there is a way to be able to communicate with them and stay around them without, hanging out with them in their group. You can clearly, I'm not saying stay away from them and just judge them and point fingers at them and talk about how they're lazy. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying we do work with them, we do things with them, but I'm saying let's keep them at as associates rather than friends. So and I wouldn't even, this is a long delicate topic, but guard yourselves from becoming known as their associates. Because also, when I started to work with one of these guys, people were talking about them so bad, and I was like, you know what? I haven't even met them, but you know what? They don't seem so bad. I'm gonna be working with them, and that's that. But I was like, he's cool, he's a nice guy, but nice and cool don't mean hard worker and all that. And now I'm starting to see the real colors of these people. So yeah, they would tell me things, and they were telling me things so bad, and I was like, man, this can't be true. This is very exaggerated. So then I saw that it was true. It's sad, but I became friends with them. I let them in, got real close, and I started to I'd oversee a lot of things that were wrong, and I would, because we were friends. But then I said, I'm gonna back off from this. I'm not gonna let this happen, because one of the worst things that people can do is be totally capable of doing a certain job or a certain responsibility and not doing it. That's the same type of evil to me, in my eyes, than somebody owning somebody per se. Like, not owning somebody really, but I mean like getting them to do certain jobs for them for really cheap labor and all that. Because the thing is, if you're totally capable of something and you're not doing it and you're being so lazy, you're actually telling people to do that to you. You're telling them, I'm not able to pay for my own food, so pay for my food for me, even though I'm capable of doing it. And what happens is that people start to own people like that. And I think that kind of evil is just wrong, because another thing that they do, that these people do, is they'll slander your name. When you don't feed them, they bite the hand that feeds them. They have no order, no law. And so that type of evil is just crazy, though. It's weird. It's that whole feed me even though I'm capable. It's like theft to me, because you're totally capable of something, but you're having somebody else do it for you, taking their time, taking their energy and their strength, just because you want to sit back and be lazy, which is totally wrong. So now when I get to know somebody, I want to know two things, and I want to see two things. Rather than seeing your smile and your talk, I want to see your room. I want to see how you clean your room, maybe maintain it for a week, because your room speaks louder than anything else. I want to see your room. I want to see the people that the way they talk about you. I want to hear what they had to say. Back in the day when I used to buy things, I would just buy them. Now I look at the reviews, and I don't look at the good reviews. I look at the bad reviews, because I've been to mechanical shops that do bad jobs on my car that have millions, I wouldn't say millions, but hundreds of positive reviews. But then I go back and look, and I see all the bad reviews, and I believe the bad reviews because I experienced the bad review. So now whenever I buy something, I don't trust the good reviews. I trust the bad reviews, because you know what? When somebody's happy and somebody's cool and everything, they look at that. They may have done a bad job on their car, but because they put on a good smile, they got their confidence. They gained the person's favor, and they gave them a good review even though they did a trashy job on their car or whatever. So now I look at the bad reviews. And another thing, I want to see what your friends say about you. I want to see your room. I want to see how you clean, but I also want to see the way you work. I want to see what your coworkers have to say about you, because that's the thing. I meet you and all that, and I'm cool with you and everything, but I see you're the laziest person in the world, and I'm just feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. No, that's a nasty evil. It's an evil to give somebody something that's capable of getting their own, only just because they want to be irresponsible and be unwise and undiligent. And then they're going to tell you, you're too diligent, you're too hardworking, you're too this, you're too that, and they're just going to be pulling you down. So I can't deal with that, because it's going to make me become more like them. And that's the thing. You put apples in a basket, and you have one rotten one. The rotten one isn't going to get good by default. The good ones are all going to get bad. And that's why you have to guard yourself from that kind of evil. And it's sad that moms, this all starts at a young age, that moms give the babies everything they want, tell them you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean, you don't have to do anything. The kids grow up, and what do they grow up? They grow up monsters, feeling like everybody owes them something, and that they don't have to work for anything. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is just cry at the right time, and they get whatever they want. Being strong, like you see a lot of these people, they're really strong people, they're really smart people, but they use all their energy for deceiving and for using their strength in the wrong ways, using their abilities, their singing abilities and all that, selling drugs, singing bad songs that oppress others and keep people down. And it's an evil, and it's an evil that I'm starting to see. A good person can go bad by giving somebody something perpetually that they didn't earn. It's kind of like you're kind of condoning their bad behavior by feeding into it. You're telling them, keep on going. You're helping them become that person, helping them be that lazy person. You're feeding them. You're feeding that monster. What they need to do is they need to repent from their ways, start to clean their room, start to gain some responsibility, work hard, gain a good reputation, and stop feeding off of you. And what we need to do is we need to be rigid in that, because if we start to be like, you know what, they're lazy because of this, and no making exceptions for them. Tell them, you know what, you have the ability, and if you see somebody who has an ability to do something and they want money, tell them, all right, I'll pay you, but you better come and clean my house, or I'll give you a job. Don't just tell them, okay. Tell them, wash my car. Tell them, tell the person that really wants something, do something for it. Do something. Show me you want this money. Show me you want this money. Because you know what? Asking for money without doing anything is kind of like you're letting somebody rob you yourself. And covering for somebody who's doing wrong is just so bad. So with that being said, like and subscribe. God bless. And you know what? I don't take it personal. I don't take it personal when somebody does this to me. I just learn from it. And like I said, the next people I meet, I'm gonna be rigid with them. And when I see the first signs of laziness and all that, I'm gonna tell them, you know, right away, give them a warning. Hey, you know what? This isn't how I operate. I don't play your games. I'm not your mom. I don't play these games. You're gonna clean up after yourself. You're gonna do your thing, and because I'm not like everybody else around here who's you know, blindly looking away as you do your thing. So with that being said, like and subscribe. God bless. Don't feed into that. Bye.